Hey everyone! Welcome back to another episode of One Trip at a Time. We are still on a visual adventure around South Korea, and today we are visiting two charming European-style villages just outside of Seoul, the Italian village and Petite France. Let's grab our tickets. For tours, be sure to check out our affiliate links with Klook and KK Day. It's a great way to support the channel while planning your trip. First up, the Italian village. As you enter, you will be greeted by a 10.8-meter tall statue of Pinocchio standing proudly at the entrance. This is because the park is themed around Pinocchio, the fairy tale character loved by people around the world. It also has themes around Leonardo da Vinci, the Italian genius born during the Renaissance. Walking through here feels like you have been dropped into a little Italian town. The architecture, the pastel colors, even the cobblestone streets. Everything is inspired by classic Italian aesthetics. And yes, it's incredibly photogenic. There are Instagrammable spots around every corner, from dreamy archways to colorful spaces, perfect for that picture-perfect moment. Now for something really cool, there's an entire exhibit here dedicated to the story of Pinocchio. It's more than just a few displays. This walkthrough takes you into the world of the wooden puppet who wanted to become a real boy. As you move through the space, you will follow Pinocchio's journey, from his creation by Geppetto to his misadventures with the fox and the cat, and finally his transformation into a real boy. There are handcrafted puppets, life-size dioramas, and interactive scenes that bring the story to life in such a unique way. The lighting, the oversized props, and the dramatic sound effects create a whimsical yet slightly surreal vibe. It's part museum, part immersive theater. You will spot all the classic characters: Geppetto working in his cozy workshop, the greedy and cruel puppeteers from Boli, and even Monstro the whale. In fact, the scene with Monstro is one of the most striking parts of the exhibit. It's tucked away in a dramatic room located directly beneath a pool, creating the feeling that you're actually underwater. Every scene is reimagined with creativity and clever design, making you feel like you're inside the world of Pinocchio and not just observing it. It's perfect for both kids and adults who loved and grew up with a story. Then there's the Da Vinci Zone, an immersive gallery that brings to life some of Leonardo da Vinci's most astonishing inventions and concepts. You can explore full-scale models of his ingenious flying machines, marvel at his anatomical sketches, and even try your hand at some of his inventions. It's like stepping into a Renaissance-era science museum. The Italian village is a vibrant blend of art, history, and storytelling. It's educational but also incredibly photogenic and full of moments worth capturing. After spending some time exploring the Italian village, we headed down a pathway to our next stop, Petite France. This place is kind of like the Italian village, but with a French twist. It's a small French-style village inspired by the countryside in France. The buildings are painted in soft colors, the streets are narrow, and everything is styled to give off that cozy European vibe. This place is also inspired by The Little Prince, so you will see statues and quotes from the book all over. There are also several buildings here that are dedicated to the story, just like the Saint-Exupéry Memorial Hall. If you didn't know, Antoine de Saint-Exupéry is the author of The Little Prince, and this little building is dedicated entirely to him and the story. Inside, you will find some really interesting exhibits, like a first edition English copy of The Little Prince, original illustrations, old photographs, and personal items related to the author. There's even background on his life and how the book came to be. It's a nice way to understand more about the story and the person behind it. Then there's the Petite Prince Costume Experience Zone. You can dress up as the little prince here, complete with a signature cape and outfit. The space is set up with small props and a huge background from the story, so you can pose and get a few cute or playful shots in the costume. It elevates the experience, especially if you're a fan of the book or just want a unique photo to remember your visit. Just like in a small European town, there's a central plaza here that acts as the heart of the village. It's an open area surrounded by colorful buildings, and right in the middle, there's a small amphitheater. This outdoor amphitheater is used for various cultural performances and shows, such as a circus mime show, a magic show, and a marionette show. Although the shows were cancelled due to the rain, we actually got to enjoy a much quieter Petite France than usual. When it's a little too wet for crowds, the whole village feels a little more intimate, and you get to see things you might miss when it's packed. Just like this little house that feels made for rainy days. It's called Antica. Antica is like a tiny museum meets Grandma's attic. It's quiet, a little dusty in the way old libraries are, and the shelves are packed with items from another era. You saw the collection of ceramic plates that looks like they have been lifted from a French country manor. There are also shelves filled with colorful rooster figurines. Apparently, they're a big deal in French farmhouse decor, and here they're everywhere. Lastly, there's a fascinating collection of dolls and figurines. Some are detailed with painted faces and tiny lace dresses, while others are a bit worn and quirky. They're all lined up, almost like they're frozen in time, quietly watching from the shelves. It's a little whimsical, a little mysterious, definitely something you don't expect to find here. If this place feels familiar to you, you're not imagining things. Petite France has been featured in some of Korea's most iconic shows, from the magical moments of Secret Garden to the emotional scenes in Beethoven Virus, and of course, the fun chaos of Running Man. That wraps up our visit to Petite France and the Italian village, little slices of Europe nestled right here in Korea. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Your support means so much to us. Until then, let's keep exploring the world, one trip at a time.